only bread and butter what we ate for dinner, so I had to drink it till the dream was bigger, only want to go.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" cornerback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Now Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
George Kittle's easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mostert. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went, and rightly so.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now from Murray. And he fires one incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
And he gives it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. People were focused on the trenches. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Murphy on the tackle. 4 yards on the pitch.
This is Mostert.
2nd and 6.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that place and go to a spot that they haven't.
On 1st down is Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, 61 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
It's a linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mostert. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that a paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Richie James there to make the grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Fitzgerald hauling it in for Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The last few seasons, it's almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald was going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17. 2nd on the all-time receptions list. Just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice. And maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray going for it all. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Cardinals 10.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run the draw with Mostert.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Next driving at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
I'll tell you, if you lined up Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson for a foot race, I think Kyler Murray might just be a bit faster. And boy, was he moving there. Incredible.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the 41, Murray. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the gun, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
When you watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, you actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season, 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
Now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner, following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 47 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 60.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Oh, spinning away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No.
Doesn't like
First down, Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. The gun, Murray into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, over the offseason, going into some of that would go away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Reception goes for 6. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
Feeling pretty good. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look.
Prater on to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
We remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut at SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium, and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Matt Ryan, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers looking for the win on the road in Week 1. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football. There's nice little...
First and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
At the 20-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute...
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
It's a gain of 5.
Second and 5.
At the 22-yard line.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Back to throw now on first down.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a big 32-yard play on third.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
22-yard line.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals 17. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and it leads for first and goal.
Breakout season that he Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get...
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And his kick is good. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. The Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
We talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
A good point there as they were able to connect.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Mostert.
Again.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
Charlie Warner, the tight end, the intended target.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And Gould is able to put it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
49ers 31.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a... first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
He was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow the ball carrier.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but a variety of defenses. Also understand.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up at a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Handoff looking right. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4. Now they try the right side here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a 1st as he's tackled at the 47.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. It was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And San Francisco here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Complete to Ricky James.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The 32-yard line.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
To 2nd and 10.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a in their comeback hopes.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Fights loose. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And
now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. Now I'm listening.